Have you ever felt like you're stuck in a waiting room? Maybe you're waiting for a prayer to be answered, for a dream to come true, for a difficult season to finally end. You've prayed, you've believed, you've done everything you know to do. And still, nothing. It feels like you're in a holding pattern, just circling, and God is silent. If that's you right now, I want to talk to you today, too, because I've been there, and I want to share something that completely changed my perspective. God is always working, especially in the waiting. It's so easy to mistake God's silence for His absence. We think that if we don't see a dramatic sign, a burning bush, or an immediate answer, then He must not be listening. We start to doubt His promises. We wonder if we've done something wrong. We might even get frustrated and think, God, where are you? Don't you see I'm struggling here? The truth is, the waiting period is not a punishment. It's not a sign of His disapproval. More often than not, it's a period of preparation. Think about it like this. Before a farmer can have a harvest, there's a lot of work that has to happen below the surface. He has to prepare the soil, plant the seed, and water it. For a long time, it looks like nothing is happening. You just see dirt. But underneath, a miracle is taking place. Roots are growing deep. A foundation is being built. And the seed is transforming into something strong enough to break through the ground. Our waiting seasons are just like that. While we're looking at the surface and seeing nothing but dirt, God is working deep within our hearts and our circumstances. He's building our character, strengthening our faith. Let's look at some examples from the Bible. Think about Joseph. He had this incredible dream that he would one day rule and his family would bow down to him. What happened next? "13 years. I can't even imagine." Fifth, from the outside, it looked like his dream was dead. It looked like God had completely forgotten him. But what was happening in those 13 years? God was shaping him. He was teaching him humility, integrity, and leadership in the most difficult circumstances. He learned how to manage Potiphar's house, how to oversee a prison. Every single moment of his waiting was preparation. When the time was finally right, Pharaoh had a dream. And suddenly, Joseph was brought from the prison to the palace. He was ready. God hadn't been absent. He had been training his future prime minister. Or what about David? He was anointed king as a young shepherd boy. But did he go straight to the throne? Not at all. He went back to his sheep. Then he spent years serving a jealous and unstable King Saul, running for his life. 2. Hiding in caves and leading a band of misfits. It was a long, painful wait. But during that time, David learned to depend on God completely. He learned how to lead men, how to fight battles, and how to worship in the midst of hardship. He wrote many of the Psalms during this period, pouring out his heart to God. When he finally did become king, he was a man after God's own heart, prepared and equipped for the enormous task ahead. The waiting wasn't a delay. It was a necessary part of his development. So what does this mean for us, right here, right now, in our own waiting rooms? First, we need to change our perspective. Instead of asking, God, why is this taking so long? Let's start asking, God, what are you teaching me in this season? What are you developing in me? Maybe He's teaching you patience. Maybe He's building your empathy. Maybe He's teaching you to trust Him when you can't see the path ahead. Maybe He's removing things from your life that would hinder the blessing He wants to give you. The waiting is not empty. It is filled with purpose. Second, we need to stay active in our faith. Waiting isn't passive. It's not about just sitting around and doing nothing. It's about actively trusting, actively worshipping, and actively obeying. Joseph didn't just mope in prison. He worked with excellence and integrity, so much so that the jailer put him in charge of everything. David didn't stop worshipping God while he was hiding in caves. He continued to write songs and seek God's face. While you're waiting for your big breakthrough, be faithful with the small things. Be excellent in your current job. Be kind to the people around you. Keep showing up to church. Keep reading your Bible. Keep praying. Your faithfulness in the waiting is what prepares you for what's next. It proves to God and to yourself that you can be trusted with more. Third, remember that God's timing is perfect. This is a tough one, I know. Our timetable and God's timetable are often very different. We want things now. We live in a culture of instant gratification. But God sees the whole picture. He knows the end from the beginning. He knows when the soil is perfectly prepared. He knows when you are truly ready. He knows the exact right moment for everything to fall into place for your good and His glory. Ecclesiastes 3 says, "There is a time for everything, a season for every activity under the heavens." If we try to rush God's timing, we might end up with a premature harvest that isn't ready, or we might miss the lesson He has for us. Trusting His timing is one of the greatest acts of faith we can demonstrate. I want to encourage you today. Don't give up in the waiting. Don't let discouragement tell you that God has forgotten you. He hasn't. He is closer than you think, working behind the scenes in ways you cannot see. The silence you're experiencing is not the sound of abandonment. It's the sound of deep, foundational work being done. He is strengthening your roots. He is preparing you for something greater than you can imagine. Think of a caterpillar in a chrysalis. To an outsider, it looks like it's dead or dormant. It's just hanging there, still and silent. But inside, the most incredible transformation is happening. The caterpillar is literally dissolving and reforming into a butterfly. It's a messy, difficult, and hidden process. You may feel like you're being broken down, but God is reforming you into something beautiful, something capable of soaring to new heights. So today, let's embrace the wait. Let's thank God for this season of preparation. Let's ask Him to show us what He's doing in our hearts. Let's continue to be faithful, to trust His process, and to believe in His perfect timing. Your breakthrough is coming. Your harvest is on the way. And when it arrives, you will be ready, and you will look back and see that God was with you, working for you every single step of the way. The waiting is not a waste. It's where the work gets done. Thank you so much for watching. If this message encouraged you, please give it a thumbs up and share it with someone who might need to hear it today. And don't forget to subscribe for more content to help you grow in your faith. Remember, you are not forgotten. God is working.